Before we can start writing Python programs, there are two things we need to install. We would install them step by step. Now, the first one is simply called a Python interpreter. Now, this Python interpreter, don't let the name scare you. It's actually very simple. Imagine you and I speak English, but the computer actually speaks a different language. So, if I simply write a code like this, so print maybe 2 plus 2 like this, well, the computer has no idea what this means. And this is where what we call the Python interpreter comes in. Now, this Python interpreter, you can think of it as a translator. It takes the code that you simply write in Python and it helps the computer understand what we are asking it to do. So without this Python interpreter, your computer simply wouldn't know how to run the Python program. To install this Python interpreter, you might want to open your browser and simply head to python.org. Now, when you head to python.org, this is the website, of course, and well, you simply need to download the Python interpreter. It's just simply something you have to download. So to download it, you simply click on this downloads, and towards the right hand side, when you click on downloads, you get to see two buttons here. The real one, or the proper one you should click on, is this particular one. As at recording the video, the current version of Python is Python 3.14. Okay, so just click on it. All right, and then we are simply going to install it. So I'm also going to click on it, and this should start your downloads right away. So make sure you check your downloads. When it's done, open your file explorer, and in your file explorer you will simply see the Python you've just downloaded. So simply go to your downloads, of course. So double click to open it, or make sure you just open it. Now once it is open, don't just install it right away. There is usually what most of you actually do, which you actually skip rather. So what you want to do is to make sure that you add Python exe to path. So click on this checkbox to make sure that you add it. So I'm just going to click on it. Good. Now then, after that, what you want to do now is to simply click on install now. So this installs Python onto your computer system. So once Python is installed, you can simply search for what we call command prompt. Okay, now if you're using Mac, you search for terminal. If you're using Windows, just search for command prompt on your PC, and then all you just simply need to do is to click to just simply open it. The reason why we are opening this command prompt, this is not Python by the way. The only reason why we are opening this command prompt is to actually confirm if Python is successfully installed in our computer system. So how do we confirm that? All you just simply need to do is to type Python, put in a space, then 2 hyphen, then type version like this and press enter. Now if you simply get this version, Python 3.14, it simply means you have Python successfully installed. Now if you don't have it installed, you might just want to install it again, or you might just want to uninstall and install it again. Just simply go to control panel and then go to uninstalled apps and uninstall and try installing it again. I don't want to go too in-depth talking about you adding it to path. That might be complex for beginners, but if you follow the procedure, we should be on the same page. So now we've actually installed like a translator actually it's called interpreter, that interprets our Python code so that our system understands what we are writing. The second thing we would simply be installing is going to be what we call an IDE, or you can call it a code editor or a text editor. And this code editor or text editor or even IDE, don't worry about the long name. It's just simply an application where we are going to be writing, organizing, and even running our Python code. It's just an application you use to write your Python code. So throughout this course, I'm simply going to be using PyCharm. Okay, so obviously you might not have it installed, and this is what we are going to be installing. And I'll show you how to set it up in Visual Studio Code in case you prefer that. So whatever the way is, let's download and install them. I will show you how the proper way to install it. Then later, if you prefer Visual Studio Code, I will show you how to set it up. So if you prefer this, which is what I recommend, just simply head to jetbrains.com/PyCharm in your browser, and this should take you to this website here. And on this website, you can simply download the PyCharm application, which you can simply use for coding. So just click on download. Now when you of course click on download, you can select your operating system here, but by default the one you use is already selected. I use Windows, so then I'll just simply click on download to start the download. So you should see the download started already at the top right corner there. So once that is done downloading, all you just need to do, again, go to your downloads. All right, so in my case, I have it downloaded already and I don't want to install it any longer again. So but in your downloads, you should be seeing the ID you just download. Just double click to install. Okay, it's straightforward. Just double click or open it and then click next. When you are simply done, what you simply need to do is on your computer, just search for what we call PyCharm, and you would get to see PyCharm on your computer system. As you can see, right at the moment, this is the current version 2026.1.2. okay, whatever version, as long as you find it here, just click on it to open it, and it should open almost just right away. So once it eventually opens up, just select the default options. Maybe if you are seeing next, just click next and select the default options that possibly looks okay to you, and then you should have the same interface that I am simply having. Okay, so we are going to learn how to set this up properly later on. So now this is what I'll be using, but in case you actually did prefer Visual Studio Code, you can just watch how I would install it. Now if you have simply installed PyCharm, you don't need to install VS Code. All right, but in case if you're interested in learning how to simply use VS Code, let me show you that. So to download this Visual Studio Code which I'm talking about, just head to code.visualstudio.com, and when you are simply on this website, all you just simply need to do is to click on download for your operating system. In my case, I'm using Windows, so just click download and your download will start automatically. So once that is downloaded, go to your downloads folder, double click to open it and install it. Straightforward. Once you've simply installed it, just search for Visual Studio Code on your PC. You will see it's already installed. Just click on it, not .exe, because most beginners click on the .exe. No, not like that. So just look for or search Visual Studio Code, then click to open it. Now on opening VS Code, this is how it would eventually look like. So I'm just going to zoom in so we can see clearly how it does look like. Now there's nothing red here. Okay, but before we get started, there are two things or extensions you need to install. And don't worry, even though it looks red, you should already know how to use it if you're not beginner. Just go to where it says extension. Okay, so which this is it. All right, and we are going to be installing some extensions. It's just some additional application that can help you in your coding. Now one of the one we just search for is Python itself. Now once you simply see Python, so it's actually just the one that says Python only. So this one more specifically, though you can install this one and this one, that gives you more flexibility. Just make sure you look for Python and install it. So this is it. I have it installed already. In your own case, you will see install, so just install it. The other thing you would need to search for is what we call Code Runner. So just search for Code Runner, but it's showing here already. So when you search for Code Runner, well, this is how it does look like. Just make sure you also install this Code Runner. Okay, now once you've installed the Code Runner, you will see like a run button here towards the top. Okay, anytime you want to run your Python file, you will see this run. Okay, it allows you to just run your Python code. It's just the same thing in PyCharm as well. So that's it. So let's go back to PyCharm. If it's PyCharm you installed and you are ready, well, I just want to show you how to get started. So what you simply want to do, is to create a new folder so we can put in our Python project there. To do that, at the top right corner there, you see this three icon, the hamburger menu. Then you see this option called New Projects. Okay, so click on it. Then this is going to open up a dialog box for you like we see on the screen. Okay, now to create this folder, by default, it will create a folder for you called Python project. But don't let me mess up your brain. We are not using this folder they are actually giving us. What you want to do is to click on this icon here. We want to select or create our new folder through this place. Now once it opens up, all you just simply need to do is to click on desktop. So this is simply my desktop here. I have nothing inside this, so we are going to simply create a new folder inside of our desktop, right? And one way you can do it is you will see new folder here, or you should know how to create a new folder inside your desktop. You can also just right click and then you go to new, and then you see folder, right? So just pick any method to create a new folder. And once this folder simply opens up, you can just give it a name. You can just say Python basics. Okay, good. Then just click out. All right, so once you click out, then click on the folder just once. So once you click on the folder once, then click on select folder. Now it simply means that we have created our own folder that anytime we create a Python file, it's always going to be inside this folder we created now called Python basics. Remember, it's inside your desktop, right? Cool. So once that is done, then just click on create. And then here you finally get to see what I also see on the screen. Don't worry, nothing is right. All you just need to do, just delete absolutely everything here. Just delete absolutely everything. We're not starting properly, but I just wanted to just write a little bit of stuff so you can see your result. So then what you do is to type what we call print. Don't worry about it, just type print. Okay, then open your parentheses like this. Okay, so just open your parentheses, then inside it just write maybe 2 then plus 2 like this. That's all you just need to write. We're just trying to test, if everything works. So print then 2 plus 2. And if you want to run it, at the top you will see this more like a play button. This allows you to run your Python file inside of PyCharm. So click on it, and at the bottom you see your results show up right away. So you might not be having the same way it's looking clear and big on my screen. Don't worry, I'll show you how to set this up very soon. But the most important thing is that you should get the result 4 in your console. Okay, now if you were to do this in Visual Studio Code 2, it's pretty easy. All you just simply need to do in Visual Studio Code, if you are using it by the way, is to go to file at the top left corner there. Then when you go to file, you simply click on open folder, because we want to open a folder, right? So just click on it. Then what you simply do next is to go to desktop. Okay, so click on desktop. Though this was the folder we opened for PyCharm. If you are using PyCharm, you don't have to do this, all right? So maybe for example, I can just simply open a new folder. If you're also using VS Code, and I can just say Python basics. You want to just write that well, okay? Just being quick, and then you click on the folder once. Okay, no open it, just click on it once and click select folder. Now you simply have this opened. You can drag this on the left, on the right, to just forcefully drag it to the right away so it closes. Then what you want to do is to open a new Python file. To do that, if you are not seeing this sidebar, you can click on the first icon to close and open. To create a new file, you'll see some bunch of icons here, and most of these icons have names. Just move your mouse on it, you can see showing their names, right? Now move your mouse beside your folder name, you see more icons. So you click on the one that says new file, or better still, just right click anywhere on the left sidebar here. Then what you can simply do is to click on new file. It's the same thing. Then you can just give it a file name. So maybe you can just name that first.py. Make sure it's small letter. Python always end that .py. Okay, and you can see the icon itself here. So just press enter to create that file, and you have your first Python file here. So let's just type the same thing. So let's actually type print, open parenthesis, then maybe 2 plus 2. Then to run this, at the top right corner you see this run button. Just click on it. It will also run your Python code, and you get to see your results in your terminal or your console. Now it might not show up or pop up instantly, but it will definitely show up. Okay, the same thing applies to your PyCharm too. You might not see the result instantly, just give it some time for it to load. You will definitely see your result. So this is how to simply set up on Visual Studio Code and PyCharm. In the next video, we would get started with writing our first Python program.